Imagine a day like any other. The sun rises, birds sing, and traffic hums along the highways. But on this day, something is different. The traffic stops. The birdsong continues, but the usual cacophony of human activity falls silent. This is the day humanity vanished. No warning, no explanation, just an eerie silence where once there was bustling life. This isn't a scene from a disaster movie, it's a thought experiment, a way to explore our impact on the planet by imagining a world without us. What would happen to our cities, our homes, our carefully cultivated landscapes if humans were no longer here to maintain them? The answer, as we'll see, is both fascinating and sobering. Without constant upkeep, our built environment would begin to crumble, and nature, ever resilient, would start to reclaim its dominion. From the humblest weed pushing through a crack in the sidewalk to forests overtaking abandoned cities, the earth would embark on a slow but inexorable process of healing. This journey through a world without us isn't meant to be morbid, but rather a lens through which to view our own relationship with the planet. By understanding what would happen in our absence, we can better appreciate the impact we have in our presence and perhaps chart a more sustainable course for the future. In the hours and days following the disappearance of humanity, the most immediate changes would be felt in our urban centres. Cities, those monuments to human ingenuity and industry, would fall eerily silent. The constant hum of traffic, the chatter of crowds, the music and sirens that form the soundtrack of urban life, all gone, replaced by an unsettling quietude. Without humans to operate them, power plants would shut down, plunging cities into darkness. Streetlights would go out, homes and businesses would go dark, and the glow of civilization would fade from the night sky. Traffic lights would cease to function, leaving streets eerily deserted and silent. Inside homes and buildings, everyday life would come to a standstill. Half-eaten meals would sit on tables, laundry would remain unfolded, and toys would lie abandoned, poignant reminders of the life that once filled these spaces. Without human intervention, the delicate balance of these environments would quickly shift. The silence, however, would be broken by other, less welcome sounds. Without humans to manage them, industrial facilities would begin to malfunction. Chemical plants might leak toxic fumes, oil refineries could catch fire, and nuclear power plants, their cooling systems failing, could potentially experience meltdowns, releasing dangerous radioactive material into the environment. While the immediate aftermath of human disappearance might seem bleak, it would also set the stage for a remarkable transformation. Nature, ever opportunistic, would begin to reclaim the spaces we once dominated. Cracks would appear in roads and sidewalks, and from these fissures life would emerge. Weeds, then grasses, then shrubs would take root, their roots burrowing into the pavement, breaking it apart. In homes and gardens, cultivated plants would run wild. Roses would climb untamed over walls, their blooms no longer pruned and perfected. Vegetable gardens would become tangled jungles, and lawns once meticulously manicured would revert to meadows. Without lawn mowers and herbicides, native plants would return, attracting insects, birds, and other wildlife. Animals, too, would adapt to this new world without humans. Rats and cockroaches, long dependent on human refuse, would find their populations dwindling without our waste to sustain them. Meanwhile, wilder species like deer, coyotes, and raccoons would thrive, venturing further into urban areas, their fear of humans replaced by a cautious curiosity. This rewilding of our urban spaces would be a testament to the resilience of nature, a reminder that even in the most human-dominated environments, life finds a way. The concrete jungles we built would gradually give way to verdant oases, a living legacy of our absence. While many species would thrive in a world without humans, the fate of domesticated animals would be more complex and, in many cases, tragic. Pets, those animals bred for companionship and dependence on humans, would face a difficult path. Dogs, accustomed to human care and protection, would struggle to find food and shelter. Some might form packs, their instincts reawakened, while others, less fortunate, would succumb to starvation or predation. The story would be similar for domesticated livestock. Cows, pigs and chickens, bred over generations for their meat, milk and eggs, would find themselves ill-equipped to survive in the wild. Without humans to protect them from predators and provide food and shelter, many would perish. Some might adapt, their instincts returning, but their survival would depend on their ability to compete with wild animals and find suitable grazing land. The fate of domesticated plants would be less dire. While some highly cultivated varieties might disappear without human intervention, many fruits, vegetables and grains would continue to grow in the wild, albeit in smaller and hardier forms. These ancestral versions of our crops would provide sustenance for wildlife and perhaps in time give rise to new wild varieties. The disappearance of humans would be a stark reminder of our impact on the evolutionary trajectory of these species. We have shaped them to suit our needs, but in doing so we have often rendered them ill-suited for life in our absence. Their fate would serve as a cautionary tale about the responsibilities we bear when we interfere with the natural world. As we look around, we see the remnants of what once was, a legacy now in ruins, the grandeur of our past achievements, now overshadowed by the consequences of our actions. It's a stark reminder that even the greatest civilizations can fall if they neglect the very foundation of their existence. Our modern world is marked by convenience, but at what cost? Plastic, once hailed as a miracle material, now clogs our oceans and chokes marine life. Pollutants seep into our soil and water, creating a toxic legacy for future generations. The persistence of our waste is a testament to our disregard for the planet that sustains us. Imagine for a moment a world without us. Nature, given the chance to heal, would reclaim its dominion. Forests would regrow, rivers would run clear, and wildlife would flourish. The earth, resilient and enduring, would find a way to restore balance, even in our absence. Our fate is intricately linked with the health of our planet. Every action we take, every choice we make, ripples through the web of life. By acknowledging our interconnectedness, we can forge a path towards a sustainable future where humanity and nature thrive together.